Becca. It's Rochelle. I was just thinking about you this morning and hope that you guys are doing well and that you had a good Thanksgiving. Um, Mom said that you guys got to go down to Florida and spend some time down there, so I hope you enjoyed the sunshine. And yeah, I think you guys are probably back in New Hampshire by now. But if not, I hope that you are still soaking up the sunshine and that your weather's good and that you have a safe trip home or that you had a safe trip home to New Hampshire. We ended up canceling our trip to Texas down to Fredericksburg for Thanksgiving. I don't know if you've communicated with Mom at all, but yeah, the governor of Pennsylvania had changed some of the travel regulations for COVID, and he was saying that folks either needed to test negative for COVID 72 hours before coming back into the state of Pennsylvania, or you needed to quarantine for 14 days. And so our flight was not scheduled to come in until Saturday night at 10:30. And Phil would have needed to be baptizing people Sunday morning at 9 a.m. And so that means he would have needed to do a negative COVID test or have a negative COVID test on Friday before we came back, which would have been fine unless for some reason he tested positive or had false positive. So if that would have been the case, then we would have been stuck in Texas and we would have had to miss baptisms, which we really didn't want to do. And yeah, so you would have had to stay. You couldn't have gotten on a plane, and you would have needed to stay there until you had a negative test. And so we just didn't want to chance that and throw anybody under the bus, or we weren't sure if Phil's coworkers would have had to quarantine if he would have had a positive test. And so we just felt like it was best to reschedule. And so we're going to try to go down at Christmas, fly down on Christmas Day, and it'll be a much better time for Phil work-wise. And the offices will be closed at church that week after Christmas, and then the following week he can take a few days off, and that way, if for some reason we need to quarantine still, if the rules are still the same, or if he needs to have a test and it would cause him to need to stay home, if he were to have a positive test and it would cause him to need to stay home, we wouldn't have thrown anybody else under the bus but us. And so that just felt a lot more responsible. So anyway, I know we made the right choice, but it was sad. And, I know Mom wanted us to be there, and I know last year was our first Thanksgiving and Christmas without Grandma, but for whatever reason this year it kind of feels like the first one, because I think last year we were just kind of still going through some of the motions, and so this year it's just all kind of set in. And so yeah, so I wanted to be there for Mom this year, but it just, COVID, it just does what it does, and we just have to be flexible, I guess. So that's what we're doing. Anyway, I was thinking about you this morning and praying for you this morning. And I've been doing this Advent study through a company called She Reads Truth. And it's just all about, well, you know what Advent is. And so just thinking about Jesus and, the expectation of people waiting originally for his birth and now us waiting for the return. For his return. And, I was just thinking this morning about all the hustle and bustle of Christmas. And so I'm in the middle of I don't know if you can see back there, I've got boxes of Christmas stuff up from the basement, and I've just slowly been decorating here and there. I'll do a shelf, or I'll do a mantle, or just doing a little bit and slowly taking down Thanksgiving and putting up Christmas and just trying to savor it this year. And, I was thinking about you, and I know that you probably are missing being able to do some of the things that you normally would do to prepare for Christmas. But I was just thinking about how we do all this stuff to prepare for Christmas and, get the decorations up or the tree up or the shopping or food or whatever. And sometimes we miss just the sitting down and soaking up the season of Advent and soaking up our relationship with Jesus and just worshiping Him. And I was just thinking of, I know that you're probably missing all those things that you normally would get to do at Christmas, but you also have this awesome privilege to just sit and soak up Jesus and worship Him and focus on the true meaning of the season. And what a gift that is. What a gift that is. And so this year, if you're missing some of those preparations that you normally would, throw that all into just preparing your heart for Jesus, because eventually we will all see Him, and that's just an awesome, awesome, awesome gift that we have. And I hope that you truly enjoy the Advent season this year. And anyway, I was just thinking about that this morning and thinking about you. And so I hope you're doing well, and I hope that you had a great Thanksgiving. And if you get a chance, have Rich send me an update on how you're doing, and or maybe we can set up a phone call, or have Anthony shoot me a text or something. But just know that I'm thinking about you, and Mom and I talk about you a lot, and I love you, and I hope that you're doing well, and I hope that you have a Merry, Merry Christmas. But I'll talk to you many times before then. Anyway, love you, friend. Bye.